This neighborhood in the capital New Delhi was once a thriving marketplace. Today, with coronavirus cases on the rise, few dare to step out on the streets. But some have no choice, like these food delivery executives who have to comply with a long list of safety procedures. They have to sanitize before every delivery, and their body temperature is regularly measured and shared with clients. But that's not all.
मैडम, इसमें सेतु डाल रखा है गवर्नमेंट के, अगर हम उसको ऑन नहीं करेंगे तो हमारा ऐप भी ऑन नहीं होगा। वो सेतु जब ऑन होगा जब ही हमारा ऐप ऑन होगा, अदरवाइज हमारा ऐप ऑन नहीं होगा। और जैसे ही हम इसे ऑन करते हैं अपने ऐप को सुबह आके, तो इसमें आ जाता है कि आपने अपना फीवर नापा है।
Arogya Setu is the Indian government's Covid-19 contact tracing app. Already, it has been downloaded over 100 million times. It uses Bluetooth and GPS to track and alert users if they have come in contact with an infected person.
I don't know what...
In doing so, it collects personal information, including a user's name and phone number, and asks for a health assessment. When it was first launched in mid-April, the Prime Minister threw the full weight of his government behind it. The app was made mandatory for citizens across India.
कोरोना संक्रमण का फैलाव रोकने में मदद करने के लिए आरोग्य सेतु मोबाइल ऐप जरूर डाउनलोड करें।
The mandatory use of the app led to a huge outcry from data privacy and anti-surveillance activists. A month later, the government bowed to the pressure and withdrew the mandatory clause. But according to this lawyer, by then the app was already inextricably linked to several public services.
If a person does not have a smartphone, they will be asked to get one.
If you use railway, you have to download the app. If you're using interstate bus services, you have to download the app. In a way, they are circumventing the policy, and they're trying to enforce it by other means, by making it compulsory for all essential public services. This is, in my opinion, effectively the same thing.
As Indian experts debated the legality of the app, there was a major security breach. 7,000 kilometers from New Delhi, French hacker Baptiste Robert, better known by his Twitter name Elliot Alderson, successfully infiltrated the app's internal files and changed his geolocation. In less than an hour, he could view the location and health status of any user, including those inside the Prime Minister's office and the Parliament. Some flaws have since been fixed by the developers, but for the hacker, several problems remain.
Il y a une grosse différence entre ce qu'a fait aujourd'hui l'Inde et le reste du monde. Le gouvernement s'est dit, le Bluetooth c'est bien, quitte à faire, faisons du GPS, comme ça on pourra tracer de manière beaucoup plus fine les gens. Il y a plusieurs moments où la localisation est envoyée et parfois où même l'utilisateur n'est pas prévenu. On va vous prendre votre localisation tous les 15 minutes, tout ça sera stocké sur un serveur central. Côté serveur, il y a la question de savoir qui a accès aux données. Est-ce que c'est que des membres du gouvernement? Est-ce que c'est que des entreprises d'État? Est-ce qu'il y a des entreprises privées? Donc on est réellement sur la surveillance pure et dure.
For cybersecurity researchers like Aditi Agrawal, there is a real danger that this app could be used as a tool for mass surveillance.
We are heading towards centralization of all kinds of data, all kinds of sensitive personal data. I would say Arogya Setu is another piece in the jigsaw puzzle, because as one of the developers said, that this is the first building block for National Health Stack, which is the central repository of all health records in India. All this means that this will lead to greater erosion of rights, starting from the most downtrodden and then slowly creeping up to the most privileged as well. And by then it will be too late to do anything about it.
Already, several states in India have openly published confidential information like the names, addresses, and medical histories of sick or quarantined Indian citizens. As India battles the coronavirus pandemic, experts fear that tools like the Arogya Setu app could further erode fundamental rights in the world's largest democracy.